Welcome to the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic with live streaming coverage brought to you by TravelMedford.org. Today's event is produced by Table Rock Sports in partnership with Travel Medford, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission, and Southern Oregon University. I'm Jeff Smith. I'm joined today by my cameraman, Chris Campbell. And we've been working with the softball team from Southern Oregon University all weekend long. If we get one of those girls down here, I will introduce her. Otherwise, we'll give Chris the headset and let him take over on color. Final game of the day, and this will be our first game today in the Division II bracket. And while we're waiting for the teams to get their lineup cards turned in, and hopefully we get them at some point, we'll tell you that the way this tournament worked, and it's been confusing people all day, but it's actually fairly simple. After pool play yesterday, each pool had 4 teams. The top 2 teams went into Division I today. The lower 2 teams, teams 3 and 4 in each pool, went into Division II. The divisions don't cross over. The tournaments are 2 separate sets of brackets, Division I, Division II. And all of our games today at Field 3 have been Division I consolation bracket games until now. Our championship game here on Field 3 will be the consolation championship game in Division II. So I'm sure that's clear as mud now. But seriously, there's 4 championship games going on and 4 third place games going on, which is, again, they're once the first round games were played today, if you win, you're in the winner's bracket. You lose, you're in the consolation bracket, and the consolation brackets work their way down to this game. And again, this is the 3-4 teams from yesterday, and this will be the consolation championship. So there is also a winner's bracket championship in this Division II playing on another field. Our game today will feature Alaska Crush taking on Foothill Gold. Alaska Crush out of Anchorage, Alaska, and Foothill Gold out of Cameron Park, California. So we're just waiting for the teams to take the field. We don't have lineup cards. They're exchanging lineups right now at home plate. Hopefully the scorekeeping crew here will bring us down lineup cards. We've done most of the games this weekend with at least the first inning or half an inning without lineup cards. So I'll bring in Chris. Chris, you weren't here for day one, but you've been here all day today. Pretty good talent out here with these high school age girls in this kind of a West Coast tournament.
Home runs today. Lots of home runs that I've seen today, and good play, close games, and lots of effort being shown out here. So it's good to see.
Yeah, it's been fun. There's been some really good pitching and a few offensive outbursts. In fact,
that walk-off, highlight of the day for sure.
Yeah, this morning a 2-run home run, walk-off home run. That's probably been the big play of the day here on Field 3.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll be hoping we'll get some good fireworks in this game. We kind of joked a couple of times yesterday about Alaska Crush. They were out here in the pouring rain, and they were the only team in their short sleeves. Most of the other girls on all the other teams with long sleeves, they're wearing sweatshirts. And I don't think I saw a single sweatshirt or a single long sleeve shirt on this Alaska Crush team.
Acclimated with the cold weather.
Yeah, they probably think it's too hot right now. We're sitting at about 68 degrees, and
they need some rain, some snow. Bring a little hail in too. Why not? Make them feel right at home.
So Alaska Crush, I don't have the bracket in front of me, but obviously everybody in the consolation bracket lost their morning game today, but they've won their way through the consolation bracket to this game. And same with Foothill Gold. And I checked with the umpires before we went live, and I knew his 5-minute estimate was probably a little bit of wishful thinking. But we will be getting underway as soon as they are ready. And again, I don't see scorekeepers there. The games got so spread out as the day went on. We were in a game when all the other fields were done earlier today, and then by the end of the day, we were done, and there was two or three other fields going
on. So,
and going on for some time. In fact, we went and ate some dinner. I had some coffee, and that game was still going on field 5. So we're
yeah, exactly. I had a talk with my uncle too. So those are always long phone calls. So it's a good amount of time in between.
So we're hopefully getting close. The meeting of the minds is breaking up there at home plate, and we will go with 3-man crews for the first time this weekend for all of the championship games. And that's always appreciated. It makes for a lot better looks at the close plays, having that extra guy out there. We want to thank Southern Oregon University softball. Again, as I mentioned, we may get one of the girls on the microphone here for this one. We don't know yet. They've been a little shorthanded today trying to take care of all their duties. You know, they're scorekeeping, they're running scoreboards. They've been doing some color announcing, and they've even helped run our computers on our broadcast, running our scoreboards. So they've been really, really busy, and we really appreciate all the help that they've given us. Of course, Southern Oregon University, a national championship program over there, and we appreciate the help. They put on a clinic on Friday for a lot of these girls that are out for the tournament, and so they've been out here at the field for 3 days, all day long, and it's been much appreciated. And we take this time as we're getting close here. It looks like Foothill Gold will be the home team, so I will make that adjustment here in our scoring of this game. If you're wondering, as the days gone on, the last 2 days, the days have gone on, the last 2 days, the colors are not the team colors. Those go right along with our Travel Medford sponsor colors. So if you're wondering why those have been that way, that's the reason why. So it looks like Foothill Gold going to be the home team. And again, we don't have lineup cards as of yet, so we will try and pick out the numbers and get you the names as we go until those lineup cards get here. So the first pitch at 5:13, we're underway. Foothill Gold in the white. He says sarcastically, both teams in white. Foothill Gold with the dark numbers, and Alaska Crush with the
neon,
green. Yeah.
Luckily, they do have those bright numbers. It'd be pretty hard to distinctify.
Yeah, we had a little trouble reading the Alaska Crush numbers yesterday, so hopefully our lineup cards show up soon.
Yeah.
So a leadoff single for Alaska Crush gets things started here in the first. And let's see. So our next hitter, maybe your eyes are better than mine. I think is that a 2 or a 3?
That's number 3.
Number 3 is the hitter. Runner goes. Throw is not in time.
She got it. Good slide there.
So all right, I lost Alaska Crush. There's Alaska Crush. There's 2 Foothill Gold teams, so it's a little confusing in which pool and what level it is. So the runner at first, number 7, is Carson Decker, and the hitter number 3 is Esperanza Lukendowski. And the count is 0-2. We'll move that runner up to bear with us. These first innings without scorecards, it's trying to keep a lot of balls in the air.
Right. See what kind of pitch the pitcher goes with here.
Keeps it down on that one.
Little off-speed pitch.
And the pitcher for Foothill Gold, 00. Well, I'll have to hold off on that because I don't have a 00. This is why we stall until we can get lineup cards. That one fouled back, staying alive. Good cut up there, Chris.
Yeah, she got a piece of it. Staying alive.
You actually have to say these Alaska Crush uniforms, the number's a little easier to read than their other most of these teams with 2 sets of uniforms. And Alaska Crush had gold letters yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And they were really difficult to pick out, especially in the pouring rain.
I bet. Probably a little foggy yesterday, too.
Runner goes on the pitch. She'll get in safely. So a runner at third with nobody out. And a 2-2 count at the plate.
Third baseman almost had that. Close.
Yep. The throws have been good, or at least getting there in short order, just not quite good enough to get the outs. That one fouled out of play. Feels a little like twilight, but it's actually more that there's enough overcast right now that the sun is behind the clouds.
Starting to feel like morning again.
That fog rolled in this morning, and I saw a couple of the fields, the lights were flickering on, so clearly they were
ready,
losing the the visibility.
Yeah.
Check swing, they say she went around, and down on strikes goes the batter. That'll be the first out here in the top of the first. And our next hitter, I believe that's number 32.
Yes.
Can confirm that for me. That's Emily McCutcheon. I got Chris here. He's a fair amount younger than me. Probably like by less than half.
I am supposed to be wearing my glasses, though, so that could be an 8, could be a 2. I'm just kidding.
That one fisted. That could be trouble, but no. Second baseman able to get it. Runner tags. Here's the throw. Safe at home, and Alaska Crush goes on top 1-0 with 2 outs here in the top half of the first.
That was a close one there. Catcher almost was able to corral that and get the out, but base runner came in a little too quick.
And so stepping in, our next hitter looks like a 16, Brooke Ingelk in Gleek. Maybe somebody can help me on that one.
Another error there. Pitcher kind of fumbled that ground ball.
Yeah, it might have been a tough play at first if she'd got it cleanly, but couldn't scoop it up. Quite a few parents here for the Alaska Crush team, so I may have to take a walk down and get a clarification on that last name.
Yeah.
I like to get them right, but I'll admit it's not one of my best traits. figuring out how to pronounce things. There's a swing and a miss, and I think that's number 13, Brenna Flannery, I believe. Runner at first and 2 outs. There's a drive to left field. Left fielder has time, gets under it, and that'll do it. The Crush get one and leave one on base. We head to the bottom of the first, and Foothills Gold coming to bat. Bottom half of the first, Foothill Gold coming to the plate. Batting first will be number 14. And that will be Amelia Mai, Ponderosa High School. Foothill Gold out of Cameron Park, California. And she fouls that one off. And the count even at 1-1. Once again, if you're just joining us, Foothill Gold with the blue numbers, Alaska Crush with the green numbers in the field. And count at 1-2 according to the scoreboard. Swing and a miss and a strikeout gets things started in the bottom of the first. Batting next for Foothill Gold, number 8, Angelina San Miguel, Pleasant Grove High School. She'll drop one down foul.
I'm leaving here in a second anyway.
Y'all done?
Huh?
Yeah.
I have another job. Later, bro.
San Miguel takes that pitch. I believe that may have been inside. Count 1-1. And now 2-1. Our pitcher for Alaska Crush, number 13, Brianna Flannery.
Throwing some heat.
Took something off there, but
A little high.
couldn't find the strike zone. And the count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch, inside corner strike. Full count 3-2. Ground ball knocked down at third. Going to be a close play at first. They can't get it. Oh, and she's
Collided.
as the first baseman went to the ground to try and make that play, their feet collided. So probably saved Alaska Crush a base, but both girls stretching out a little. That didn't feel good for either one of them.
Didn't look like it felt good, at least.
So we'll have a base runner with one out for Foothill Gold. Next scheduled
Looked
batter.
like they kind of hit like waist a little bit, kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, they both kind of spun away from the collision, and it didn't look real good for either one, but
They seem to be okay, though.
I think they're both going to be all right. So our next hitter for Foothill Gold will be number 2, Emma Olson, Capital Christian High School. This Foothill Gold team, almost primarily all juniors, with a couple of sophomores and one senior, but few sophomores. I think 3 sophomores, 1 senior. The rest are all juniors. And they're still, coach for Alaska Crush, not quite convinced. I think that his player's okay, but she finally makes a convincing case, heads back to her position at first, and will get things back underway.
Gave a thumbs up to the coach, like, come on, let me play.
So one out here in the bottom of the first. Alaska Crush with a run in the top half of the inning, trying to protect that 1-0 lead here in the bottom half. And that hitter. So
Little stinger. She looks like she's walking in a little bit of pain down the first baseline there.
runners at first and second now with one out. And our next hitter is going to be number 16, and that is Jacqueline Young, Casa Roble High School. Takes a pitch high and away, ball one. Just missed with that breaking ball. That one had her fooled, but she missed the strike zone, had the batter fooled, but couldn't get it in the zone. So Flannery looked real strong as she came out and got that first out and throwing pretty good, but struggling a little bit here. She walks the batter to load the bases, and she's going to have to get that mojo back pretty quick here. Bases loaded with one out. And coming to bat will be number 3 for Foothill Gold. That will be Emily Snyder, Wood Creek High School. Swings at the first pitch, and a collision. Shortstop and the base runner collide. The runner will be called out, and then a ball comes in from the other field. So, and the runner is shaken up. She's holding her mouth there. And now the fielder down to a knee. So another collision, and this time this may take one or both of these girls out of this game, as the first collision, both girls able to stay. But that one stung a little, and I don't think either one saw the other one. The runner was headed for third, thinking about maybe scoring on the play, and the fielder was just trying to track that ball. So a tough situation there. We'll let the coaches handle this, and we'll take a quick break and come back with more action. We believe that there's going to be 2 outs, but we'll take a break. Let's see if she's going to get up. Well, she's going to come to her feet, so maybe we'll keep it here. And now we'll take a break, and if they're ready to go, okay. This kid, she wants to go. She wants to go, and the coaches are not quite as optimistic here. So she's back to her feet. So
it was like maybe a bloody nose or something of that sort.
Yeah, maybe so. Let's take a minute to thank a couple of our sponsors here. Today's action is sponsored by TravelMedford.org. In the heart of beautiful Southern Oregon, where outdoor adventures abound. Crater Lake, the Rogue River, Mount Ashland, and miles of hiking and biking trails are just the start. You can learn more at TravelMedford.org. So they're still looking over, trying to see who that is. That's number 2 for Foothill, Emma Olson. They're still looking her over. I think she really wants to stay in this game. And again, I believe she's been called out. I saw one of the umpires signal out. So I believe there's going to be 2 outs. And we'll see where the runners end up. Two girls go to give fist bump and check on each other, and so now Olson realizes she's been called out, so she's going to head back to the dugout. She was ready to go back to second. She's ready to go, but she is out on the play. It's going to put runners at second and third. A run, I believe a run. Did a run come home? I think a run came home. The bases were loaded. So I think this is going to be tied at 1. There's going to be 2 outs, and there'll be runners at second and third, although this is the hard part when you're not near the scorer's table. You're not privy to the conversations with the umpires and the coaches.
Right.
There's runners. The bases are still loaded, and they're not putting a run on the board, so I'm assuming the runner at first is safe and they sent the runners back.
The runner on third was the one that made the collision with the shortstop.
There is 2 outs on the board. That one fouled back. And this batter, number 91, that's Sienna Price out of Folsom High School. So we'll put 2 outs. Right now they have not put a run up, so I'm assuming no run scored. And that one fouled back. So that would make sense because the batter would replace the base runner that was out, which would refill the bases. So nobody came home. And, yeah, so it's still a 1-0 game now, 2 outs, and an 0-2 count at the plate. The good news is it looks like both players are going to remain in the game. The shortstop stayed out there, and it looked like that Olsen also will likely remain in the game. And the count now 2-2. So I guess, Chris, when that interference call is made, everything is dead at that point.
Oh, okay.
So that one hit softly, backhanded at second. Oh, and neither one of them can scoop it up. Here's a throw to the plate. Out at the plate. So that
was scary with that little error back here behind second. Both the shortstop and the second baseman couldn't get a hold of it, but good recovery by getting it to the catcher and getting that out.
Now, did a run came across because the runner from third scored. The runner at second was out at the plate. So we're tied up at 1. What a crazy inning. So after 1, it is 1-1. And we will be right back. Top half of the second, and Alaska Crush coming to bat here in the second. After a crazy bottom half of the first inning, nothing decided in that first. A 1-1 tie going into the second. And our first batter for Alaska Crush, if I'm seeing that right, I think that's number 8, and that would be Emily Ogilvie Fiacco, West Anchorage High School. So Fiacco leading things off here in the second. Swings and lifts one foul down the first base line. That'll get out of play. Not a lot of foul territory behind home plate on these fields, but a lot of foul territory along the lines.
Mm-hmm.
The baseball fields here have even more room. It's pretty spacious on the bigger baseball fields in this facility, but yeah, a lot of foul territory for a softball field. That one hit back to the pitcher. She'll throw to first for the out.
Quick reaction there by the pitcher. Nice, easy throw to first.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of the pitchers able to
making good plays,
grab or knock down balls that were hit pretty well up the middle.
Yeah.
Our next hitter will be number 28. And that is Alexia Jorgensen, South Anchorage High School. And offers it the first one. And it's 0-1. They may have to start clicking those lights on here. To the naked eye, it's not too bad. Our camera's struggling a little to bring in enough light. Swing and a miss. Almost got her to chase on that one, but she lays off, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes for the second out. And next up will be number 11, Alexis Kiveni, South Anchorage High School. Swinging at the first pitch, hits it to second. Routine play there. And a quick inning here in the top half of the second. We head to the bottom half, tied at 1.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
One tie. Foothill Gold coming up here in the bottom half of the second. This is the Division II Consolation Championship. And the first hitter here in the bottom of the second will be number 9, Eleanor Washington, Pleasant Grove High School. Swings at the first pitch, drives it hard over the glove of the center fielder. Gets to the base of the fence. She's at second. She's going to have to hold there with a stand-up double. So big double, ringing double, gets things started in the bottom half of this second inning. And the next hitter, number 21, that's going to be Nani Los Mahina, Capital Christian High School. And takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ground ball, base hit right field. Coming around third, looking to score, and she will get there, is Washington. And over to second goes Los Mahina. And our next batter, 0-0. Trying to find her. I'm going to have to go off the scorecard. So last name is Olsoffer. Can't find her on the main roster, but score now 2-1 with a runner at second.
Made a little contact there.
Oh, there we go. They've got the names reversed on the main roster. It's Jessica Olsoffer.
Low pitch there. One ball, one strike.
I think count should be
Two balls,
Two
right?
balls, yeah. It should be 2-1 now.
That's what I was thinking.
We were both looking at the scoreboard for
Assurance.
to make sure, but
Yeah.
it didn't go up. There's
No.
a swing and a miss, and now it's 2-2. But Olsoffer from Mesa Verde High School. And I think that'll be a full count now. Scoreboard a pitch behind. And that's a walk. And that puts runners at first and second. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the second. And back to the top of the order we go. Number 14 is Emilia Mai, Ponderosa High School. Takes ball one. Pitcher looking for, this be a good time for a strikeout or a double play ball with runners at first and second and nobody out. She definitely could use a boost here by getting a positive play defensively here. But that pitch is too far outside and the count goes to 3-1. 3-1 hitters count, but it's going to have to be a perfect pitch. I think she'd be more than happy to take the walk and load the bases. Swings away. Grounder to short. They'll take it the short way to get one out at third, get the lead runner, and that's the first out.
I thought she was going to try and make that throw to first, but she decided to hold it back.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of those where they try to make that little extra play and it ends up, like you said earlier, it's kind of snowballing into more errors and in turn more runs for the other team. So good choice.
Yeah, you make that throw and throw it wide, and you may have two more runs on the board really quickly.
Exactly.
Get a courtesy runner out there. Can't see who that is yet, but that's okay. We'll get to that. San Miguel, the batter. So still first and second, one out now. Squares, it goes back to the catcher foul. Just got a piece of that on that bunt attempt. And definitely not a bad play with only one out, moving those runners up. Of course, the potential of a infield hit on a bunt is so much more in softball just because of all the moving pieces. It's such a fast game. Things can unravel really quickly. Nice bunt down the first baseline. First baseman tried to make the tag, she did. So good play there to put the tag on. Runners advance to second and third, but now two out. So good heads-up play by the first baseman. That ball needed to be off the line just a little bit farther, and then everybody would have been safe on that play. But still a pretty nice bunt nonetheless. Moves the runners over. And it'll be up to number 10, Peyton Oaths, Ponderosa High School. Flannery trying to pitch out of this jam. Leaves that one up. That one in the zone. And it's 1-1. Another strike called. And it's 1-2, so Flannery trying to pitch her way out of this second inning jam. Took something off but left it up high. And the count's even now, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and she gets out of it with only one run coming across. So Foothill Gold leads 2-1 as we head to the third.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Alaska Crush coming up to bat here in the top half of the third. And we got a pretty good one so far here. Chris, this is what you hope for in a championship game. And
Yes, indeed. Under the lights now. They just came on, so the stars will come out.
yeah, and hopefully that'll brighten up our
Working on my punchlines,
our
Jeff.
picture. I know.
Bear
well,
with me.
yours are better than mine, but
You're too nice.
well,
You've been cracking me up all day. I don't
I'm
know
just
what you mean.
I'm just fearless. I'll say just about anything.
You could have a comedy show.
I have no.
You could really have a comedy show. You know that?
Well,
You're pretty funny.
I could do that because I don't care about being embarrassed, but I don't know that I'm all that funny.
It's more of a laughing at you scenario.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm really good at that.
Yeah. That's still funny, though.
As long as you're on the other end of it, it is.
Exactly.
1-1 count. I have to tell you in a minute who this batter is. I believe that's going to be, number 14. And that would be Kendall Decker, but I'll confirm that when I can here. Swings through they had the wrong count up there. That was Decker with the strikeout, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the third. And we go to the top of the order now. Number 7 coming up, and that's Carson Decker. So a couple of Deckers on the team. I would guess that they're maybe related. Let's see if they go to the same school. Yeah, they do, but so does half the team. So South Anchorage High School. Both lefties. Interesting.
Good cut there, but that was just a lot of speed behind that pitch.
Yeah, she had a nice, good look at that. Just couldn't make contact. This is looking like one of those games where you better take advantage of the good situations you get, because you're not going to get a ton of them.
Take advantage of those opportunities.
Yeah, any little miscue or a hit that drops in, little Texas League or whatever, you're going to have to cash in on those, because
It'll come back to bite you if not.
Yep. Nice cut there again. Got under it a little.
Nicked that one, and it just goes behind the catcher.
Staying alive with that 2-2 count. Now Carson Decker, the batter up right now, the leadoff hitter, is the older of the two Deckers. She's a senior.
Good hit there.
Second baseman. Boy, it's amazing how a play at second base, you still have to get it there quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Where in baseball, second baseman can
Seems
hold
a
it all
little
day
easier,
long,
yeah.
it seems like, and you really have to hurry.
Baseball, they can whip that thing around. In softball, I feel like the ball doesn't move as fast. So
Well, and with those short base pass, the runners are there so quickly. So 2 outs now here in the top half of the frame. And that brings up number 3, Esperanza Lukundowski. I hope I'm saying that name right, because I really like saying that name. Lots of syllables.
fingers crossed.
I tried. Another ball coming over here from the other field. Got a gotta have eyes in the back of your head around here sometimes with all these fields laid out the way they are.
If we didn't have this canopy, I would have maybe got bonked on the top of the head earlier.
Yeah, I went over and got my $20 back because she missed you.
I see how it is, Jeff.
No, I don't want you to get hit. I thought I was short a cameraman today. It's hard to run the computer and the camera at the same time.
Yeah, it can be kind of hectic for sure.
That one off the hands, foul, out of play. And the count evens up at 2-2. So Jessica Olsoffer has been really settled things down here and pitching well for Foothill Gold. A few minutes ago, I couldn't even find her on the roster, but gives up the 2-out walk. But as long as you keep putting things in the zone the way she's been doing, that you can make sure that doesn't hurt you. But of course, Alaska Crush would like to make her pay for that. And next up will be number 32, Emily McCutcheon, takes a strike. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher, and this is going to be, everybody's going to be safe. And so 2 on now with 2 out.
Second base runner was sneaking out pretty far there. I thought maybe the catcher was going to send that to the second baseman.
That one driven to right field, but a couple of steps over, and the out is made. And Foothills Gold gets out of the inning. Alaska Crush strands 2. Bottom half coming up.
Everyday heroes live life full circle. Fill up and use your enrolled kickback card so you save 16 cents a gallon at the pumps. Get what you need when you need it. And remember, we reward all heroes with kickback cards at My Circle K. And if a call goes out for another heroic appearance, no problem. We have that one covered too. With our state-of-the-art car wash systems. Be the hero you were meant to be. Heroes living life full circle.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Foothill Gold will be coming up here in the bottom half of the third. They lead 2-1. Our final game of the day. This is the Division II Consolation Championship pop-up game. And the first batter in the inning, number 16 for Foothill Gold, and that is Jacqueline Young. Yeah, pitcher coming over needs her wristband. I believe they keep their signals on there. In baseball, you don't need one like the quarterbacks, though, with the flip up and the expandable. First pitch is a ball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Looked like that one sunk a little bit. Break on the end, maybe.
Yeah, definitely may have pulled the string a little on that.
Most definitely.
That one
Pop up.
popped to left. Left fielder moves over and makes the catch. One out here in the third.
Those catches this morning were pretty iffy with the sun coming off the turf and the fog. It seemed like the light was changing every 5 minutes or so, so the girls were having a tough time making those pop-up catches. But since that fogs went away and some clear skies now, those catches seem pretty routine.
Yeah, that's a good point. That this morning, those pop-ups, a lot of girls were struggling with the pop-ups. And it was that fog and that damp field. The sun reflects off of it. It just makes it really tough to track them down.
Really chilly, too, this morning.
Yeah, it was cold.
Felt like we were in Alaska.
So the batter now, number 3. And that would be Emily Snyder. Emily was involved in one of those collisions. We had 2 of them back in that first inning.
She's a soldier.
Yeah, I think all 4 girls involved in the 2 collisions all stayed in the game. But the second one took a little longer to
recoup,
to shake the cobwebs out. That was a
hefty hit there.
Pretty hard hit.
Pretty full speed too. Both of them were.
Grounder to third, and the play is made, and there's 2 outs.
See if I can.
Next hitter up for Foothill Gold was 91, Sienna Price, and now she's down at first. So hit by a pitch. I looked down for a second, and she's jogging down to first. So we're going to assume she was hit by the pitch, and it'll be Eleanor Washington up next with a runner at first now with 2 outs. And that pitch up high for a ball. Apologize if that picture's a little hard to see. Our camera, the light's not taking full hold yet, and the camera's struggling to bring in enough light, but hopefully that will improve a bit here as the lights get a little stronger. It's been good all day, so we'll popped up and out of play, and the count goes to 1-2. Popped up to second, and that'll do it here in the bottom half of the third. And the score remains Foothill Gold 2, Alaska Crush 1. We'll be right back.
I was talking to Bill.
Yeah?
Bill and Sherry got a guy.
They do? How did they get a guy?
Everything happened online, including financing. And their guy even delivered their new car to their home.
Maybe we should get a guy.
I thought you might say that. Honey, meet Kyle.
Find your guy during the Ram Power Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
Introducing Unlimited with Payback, only from U.S. Cellular. The only unlimited plan that pays you back for data you don't use. So, quit flushing money down the toilet with Verizon. Get Unlimited with Payback, and you can save up to $240 per year on a single line versus Verizon.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point.
Top of the 4th. Oh, we lost our signal. Wiggle your cord there. Struggling to get a better picture and still have not been able to. You got it. Yeah, your picture's up. Sorry, we have to be engineer and broadcaster at the same time, but Alaska Crush coming up here in the top of the 4th. They trail 2-1 after 3. And our batter, number 13, Flannery, flies to center, and that's the first out here in the 4th. Next up for Alaska Crush, number 8, Emily Ogilvie Fiacco. And behind that one, swing and a miss.
Fans still full of energy here all across the fields. Getting rowdy over there in the field across from us. Keeping the energy.
Yeah, it looks like one of the Oregon Blaze teams, and they're fired up in that dugout over there. Two-two pitch back to the pitcher, and another good play from the circle is the second out. And that'll bring up number 28, Alexia Jorgensen. Fouled back. And it's quickly 0-2 on Jorgensen. Reaches out for that one down the third baseline. Throw across in time. Good throw, good stretch. And the inning's over. Bottom half of the fourth coming up. Still 2-1 in favor of Foothills Gold.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Bottom of the fourth, Foothill Gold will be looking to see if they can add to this one-run lead. And the leadoff hitter this inning for Foothill Gold, number 21. That is Nani Los Mahina. And she's down 0-2. And they get the first batter here in the bottom half of the frame. Up next will be the pitcher, 00, Jessica Olsoffer. Swinging a ground ball to short. Throw in time for the out. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll take us back to the top of the order. Number 14 coming up, Emilia Mai. And again, apologize if that picture is hard for you to see. We'll try and give a little more detailed description of the action as we might have to do on a radio broadcast, just so that you can see. We're trying to find a way to improve that. We hadn't had this problem before, but that one foul right toward us here. There's a hard ground ball to short. So
good throw. 2
grounders to short, 2 outs, and that takes care of this inning. We head to the 5th. Still 2-1. Foothills Gold over Alaska Crush. Top of the 5th, Alaska Crush at the plate. Number 11, the hitter, Alexis Keaveney. And she drops one into right field for a base hit. So Alaska Crush gets the leadoff hitter on. They trail by 1, looking to get some more runs on the board. And the next hitter due up should be number 16. Oh, no. Well, we'll get the right name here. They try and get the lead runner on the play. The throw is high. Everybody's safe. So runners at first and second. Alaska Crush trying to get a rally going here. They trail 2-1. We're in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Runners at first and second, nobody out. 0-1 count to the batter. That one fouled back. And the count goes to 0-2. To third, they'll get the out there, and it'll still be first and second, but now 1 out. And this will be number 3, Esperanza Lewandowski. Crush would like to, at the very least, with one out, move these runners over. Lewandowski swings through one there. She's down 0-2. That one low. Runners thought about advancing, but
I thought she was going to do it. Looked like she was going to go for it.
That one up high, and the count evens up now at 2-2. And a full count, and she takes a close pitch there. Count goes to 3-2. Two on, one out, 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. McCutcheon on deck for Alaska Crush. Another 3-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a drive to right field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Coming around third and holding. No, now she goes as the throw is offline. They missed missed the cutoff, and this game is tied.
Took advantage of a slight mistake there. Didn't hesitate to run into home, and she got it done.
So good at bat there for Lewandowski, getting the RBI hit after battling that 3-2 count, couple of foul balls. And so our next hitter will be number 32, Emily McCutcheon. McCutcheon watches the first one for a ball. Game tied now at 2. One out here in the top half of the 5th. And runners at first and second for Alaska Crush. McCutcheon hits one hard to center, over the head of the center fielder, off the base of the wall. One run will score. Another run coming to the plate. Here's the throw, and she is out at the plate.
Good defense there. Making up for the missed catch there at the fence. But that ball was coming in hot, so I don't blame her.
Yeah, that one was smoked over the head of the center fielder, but she gets it in quickly. They get a run to take the lead, but the second runner is cut down at the plate, and the hitter ends up at second base. Now 2 outs. And up next.
Good decision by the coach there to send his third base runner home, though.
Yeah, I like the aggressive call there, sending her home.
He's 2 for 2 on that this inning, so
you gotta make him make that throw, and this time they did. And
he had a fast base runner too, so he saw the slight advantage.
He sure did. That one fouled off. This should be number 15, Mela Oji. That one driven into the center field or right center field. That'll be a base hit. A run will come home to score, and a stand-up double for OG. And the Crush Bats have come alive here in the 5th. They lead now 4-2. That'll bring up number 13, Brenna Flannery. Takes that pitch for ball one. Pops it up. It's going to be a tough play in left, but the left fielder able to find it and make the catch. And that ends the top of the fifth, but not before Alaska Crush takes the lead. A 3-run inning, and they lead 4-2. Bottom half of the fifth, and the Foothill Gold team coming to bat. We do apologize. The picture just keeps getting worse. I thought when the lights started to take hold, it would improve, but unfortunately, it's not. And we do apologize. I will try and give you the best description of the action as we can. Cameraman Chris is doing everything he can trying to fix this, but it's just not helping a whole lot. And so the hitter, number 8 up there for Foothill Gold, Angelina San Miguel. That one hit to second for the first out.
Joe.
Our next hitter coming off the bench, number 10, Peyton Ose. Squares to bunt, fouls it back to the screen. Nobody on, 1 out, 1-1 count. Foothill Gold, who had led for most of the game, now trailing 4-2. Strike called there, and it's 1-2. Ose the batter. Took something off that, but left it up high. And the count's 2-2. And now a full count, 3-2. Flannery still doing the pitching here for Alaska Crush. Now she's got the lead, trying to preserve it here. That one off the handle again, and the second baseman makes the play for the second out. And our next hitter coming up, that's going to be number 16. And that is Jacqueline Young. Swings at the first pitch off the glove of the third baseman. Shortstop scoops it up, makes the throw. Not in time, but a great effort. A slide into first by the runner. And it was a good call at first. I believe she was safe, but I'm not a fan of sliding into first base. I know there's some people think you get there faster. I've always disagreed, but she got there safe anyhow, so whether it's her choice or it's coaching or what it is, it doesn't matter because she's safe. But interesting. I'm always interested when I see that, what that thought process is. And there's a base hit to center. They're going to have runners at first and second as Snyder gets the hit. And so Alaska Crush got 2 quick outs, but now they've put runners on first and second. Foothill Gold trying to get a rally of their own. We'll get a courtesy runner over at first. Can't see her number. We'll get that if we get a chance to give you that. The batter now, number 91, Sienna Price. 2 on and 2 out. 2-run lead for Alaska Crush. They're trying to get that third out and get out of this 5th inning. First pitch swung on and missed. Here's Flannery's 0-1 to Price. Swung on and hit to short. She'll toss it to third and get the out, the force at third. And that'll do it for the 5th inning. We head to the 6th. Alaska Crush leading now 4-2.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Top of the 6th coming up. Foothill Gold in the field. Alaska Crush coming to bat. And that appears to be number 8 leading things off. Taking a strike. And that would be Emily Ogilvy Fiaco, if that is in fact number 8. Oh, it's two count. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Alaska Crush batting with the lead, 4-2. That one hit to short. Shortstop throws across in time for the out, and 1 out here. And as we mentioned before, we know the picture is dying. We've got help on the way. Don't know if we'll swap out cameras or something, but we know it's not there. I'm going to do my best to describe this so you can pretend we're on radio. Unfortunately, I'm not set up for a radio call, but I'm going to give you the best description I can here. Chris, you got a number for this batter? I'm having trouble reading that. (23) maybe 28. Alexia Jorgensen at the plate, and the count 1-1. I'm sorry, count 1-2 now. So Jorgensen, the hitter. Takes strike 3, and there's 2 outs. Next up for Alaska Crush, Alexis Kevany. Bases are empty, 2 outs. Crush batting with a 4-2 lead. We're in the 6th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch is ball 1, 1-1. And again, we do appreciate the feedback. We do know that the picture is at this point has become unwatchable. So we'll give you the best description again as we can. We're hoping to remedy it before this game is over, but we'll give you the best description we can. That pitch was fouled back, and the count now 1-2. And another foul ball keeps it at 1-2. Nobody on and 2 out. Top half of the 6th. Alaska Crush batting, leading 4-2. And the hitter is Kevany. And she'll strike out there, ending the top half of the 6th. Foothills goal to be coming up in the bottom half when we come back.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Bottom of the sixth, and Foothill Gold batting here in the sixth. First batter, is that number 9 up there? That would be, let's get on the right team here. Number 9 is Eleanor Washington leading off for Crush. The count now 1-1 as she fouled that last pitch off. That one hit out towards second, caught on the fly for the out. And there's one out here in the bottom half of the sixth. And our next hitter, scheduled hitter, and that's who it is, number 21 coming up. And that is Nani Los Mahina. Takes a pitch for a ball, 1-0. Flannery still doing the pitching for Alaska Crush. Los Mahina waiting for the 1-0 pitch. Something off speed and missed the plate. It's 2-0. She froze her, but she couldn't find the strike zone on that pitch. That one in the dirt, and it's 3-0. Foothill Gold led this game for a long stretch 2-1, but it's now 4-2 in favor of Alaska Crush. 3-0 count, and that's ball 4 as that one went behind her, it looked like. Doesn't matter where it ends up, it's still ball 4 and a 1-out walk for Foothill Gold. And it looks like we're going to get a change. I believe we'll get a pinch hitter here. See if I can. No, what do we? See if he's going to send out a courtesy runner. Well, let's see who the batter's going to be. So we do get a change. Number 11 coming up, and that is Nadia Garilli. And she takes a strike. So Garilli comes off the bench to hit here. And the count goes even to 1-1. Here's Flannery's 1-1 pitch. It's a ball they throw down to first. It goes into right field. And the runner will get to second. So now a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And scoreboard says 1-1. I believe we have a 2-1 count, as that last pitch was called a ball. And the count now goes to 3-1 as that pitch was inside. Runner at second, 1 out. 3-1 count on Garilli. That one fouled back over the screen, and the count goes full now, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they get the strikeout. Threw that down to first. I think the catcher just wanted to make sure that it wasn't considered a drop third strike. But they get the strikeout for the second out. And we'll go to the top of the order. Number 14, Amelia Mai. Ball gets away, runner advances to third, and the count 1-0. Two outs here in the bottom of the sixth, runner at third, and a 1-0 count to the batter. Swings and drives one toward the right side. That's going to hook foul. And the count evens up at 1-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Throws to first. She almost overthrew her, but the first baseman does a good job to get that one and step on the bag. Alaska Crush gets out of the inning. Foothill Gold strands one runner at third. We go to the seventh. Alaska Crush leading 4-2.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind, or discovering a place that feeds your hunger, where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore? So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Olsoffer back on the mound for Foothill Gold. And a little slap play down the third base side goes foul. Trying to see who that batter is. One of our left-handers. I apologize. We'll get that. So an 0-1 count. Look to run up on that one too, but lays off. And the count evens up at 1-1. Swats at that one and misses. And the count now 1-2. That ball low and outside. Count evens up again, now 2-2. Slaps at that one. That'll go foul. Third baseman tries to make a play. Can't get it. She dives toward the fence, but can't come up with it. Two pitch fouled off again. And it remains 2-2. We're in the top half of the seventh. Alaska Crush batting. They lead 4-2. Both starting pitchers have gone the distance so far. Runs up on that one, takes a close one. It'll be ball 3, and the count is full 3-2. Slaps that one toward the pitcher, and a high throw, but they get the out over at first base, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the seventh. Another left-handed batter. I apologize. I believe that last batter was Kendall Decker, and so this would be her sister, or I think it's her sister. Which would be Carson Decker. And the count now 1-0. That one back to the pitcher again. Throw over, late cover, but they get or I think they get the out at first. Yeah, they do. And that'll be 2 outs. So 2 outs, and that was Decker and the Decker, the first 2 batters, and this will be number 3, Luke Wendowski for Alaska Crush. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-2 lead for Alaska Crush. Luke Wendowski at the plate. Takes the first pitch, called strike 1. Fouled straight back, and quickly an 0-2 count. Grounder back to the pitcher. 3 straight grounders to the pitcher, 3 straight outs. And we will head to the bottom of the seventh. Foothill Gold with a 2-run deficit. We'll see what they can do when we come back.
I was talking to Bill.
Yeah?
Bill and Sherry got a guy.
They do? How did they get a guy?
Everything happened online, including financing. And their guy even delivered their new car to their home.
Maybe we should get a guy.
I thought you might say that. Honey, meet Kyle.
Find your guy during the Ram Power Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
Introducing Unlimited with Payback, only from U.S. Cellular. The only unlimited plan that pays you back for data you don't use. So, quit flushing money down the toilet with Verizon. Get Unlimited with Payback, and you can save up to $240 per year on a single line versus Verizon.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point.
Bottom of the 7th. Alaska Crush leading 4-2. Foothill Gold coming up to bat here in the 7th. Last chance for Foothill Gold. And I will say for the last time, we do appreciate all the feedback. We know the picture is down. And at this point, unless this game goes into extra innings, it's going to have to be the radio call for you. So we do apologize, but give you the best description of the action that we can. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for Foothill Gold will be San Miguel, the number 2 hitter. Olson and Young are the next scheduled hitters. Oh, and we do have a new pitcher. I'll get that number for you here for Alaska Crush. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. We'll get you that number and name on the new pitcher for Alaska Crush. Trying to close this out. Fires a strike right down the middle. And the count goes to 1-1. Squares around and takes a ball, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch to San Miguel. Low ball 3-1. Runs up at that one. That'll be a strike. And the count goes full now, 3-2 on San Miguel. Here's the 3-2 pitch, low ball 4, and a leadoff runner on base for Foothill Gold. Next hitter should be number 2 Emma Olson. Runner at first, nobody out. Alaska Crush with the 4-2 lead. Trying to close it out here. Swing and a miss at the plate, count 0-1. San Miguel, the runner at first. Olson at the plate takes a ball, and the count evens up 1-1. Fouled straight back, hard off the backstop. And the count goes to 1-2. And that Rosemary Unger, the new pitcher for Alaska Crush, finally got a glance at that number 27. That pitch is up high. And the count now 2-2. That one driven towards center. Center fielder comes in, makes the catch, gets it in quickly, keeping the runner at first. And that's the first out here in the bottom half of the 7th. And our next hitter going to be number 16 for Foothill Gold. And that is Jacqueline Young. First pitch called, strike at the knees. 1 on, 1 out, 0-1 count to Young. Swing and a foul tip back to the backstop, and it's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch, swing and a foul straight back, getting good cuts at it, but that ball up in the zone and not high enough to lay off, but too high to get a good swing at. So it remains 0-2. Swinging a hard grounder off the glove of the pitcher into center field. That'll be a base hit. Runners at first and second now with a 1 out. And due up next should be number 3, Emily Snyder. And it is. So Snyder up here with runners at first and second and 1 out. And Unger's first pitch in for a strike. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Powered that one right by her. That one just off the plate, and it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a little squibber toward first. They'll tag her out in the baseline. Runners advance to second and third, but now 2 outs. And the next hitter will be number 91 for Foothill Gold, Sienna Price. So this is the ball game right here, 4-2. Alaska Crush leading. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Runners at second and third. Unger versus Price. First pitch fouled back. Most of Unger's pitches so far is just throw it up there hard and challenge the batters to try and go get it. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2, Foothill Gold down to their last strike. Here's Unger's 0-2. Swing and a foul tip off the catcher into the backstop. And Price stays alive, 0-2. Here's another 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Unger closes things out for Alaska Crush. Final score, Alaska Crush 4, Foothills Gold 2, and that's going to do it for our final game of the tournament. Again, this is the Division II Consolation Championship, and Alaska Crush will take the long trip home to Anchorage with the win. It was a hard-fought game. Alaska Crush was down 2-1 for a good portion of the game, had a 3-run inning, and they win it 4-2. So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Travel Medford, Southern Oregon Sports Commission, and Southern Oregon University. And it's been a great tournament. And we are happy that we had you along. Final score once again, Alaska Crush 4, Foothills Gold 2. For my cameraman, Chris Campbell, I'm Jeff Smith. And thank you for joining us for USA Softball Oregon here on Table Rock Sports.